and welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is tax day, April 15, 2015. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to start the day off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are trading higher by about 4 3/4 points to 20.95 per contract. So futures are starting to come off the highs a little bit. We'll see where this market goes today. I would not rule out a whippy trading day. We've been seeing that pretty consistently throughout the month of April, and I think today, being the Wednesday before options expiration, we call that Whipsaw Wednesday, is usually one of the more volatile trading days. So we'll see if we get some choppiness out here, we get some volatility out here. I think that is very, very possible. Now, we did have some economic data a little earlier. It looks like the Empire State Index came out. That was a miss. Also, we have Mario Draghi speaking right now, ECB president. They left their interest rate policy exactly the way it is, but they are performing a 60 billion euro a month bond buyback. So they are performing their quantitative easing each and every month now. That is going forward. But we have a lot of stocks in the news, so let's get into that right off the bat. We're going to look at BAC, which is Bank of America. They reported earnings this morning. Stock is trading at $15.73. Closed at $15.82 yesterday. There's not really a big deal here for BAC from what I could see. You could read into the numbers. I could care less about them. What we care about is the reaction in the market. If BAC gets a bid, believe it or not, its upside would probably be around $16.32 to $16.40. Downside on this one, hard to say right off the bat. The only level that would interest me now if it got down to around $15.05. Other than that, there's not much you could do. If you were a trader with us, yesterday we did close out our BAC trade for about 3.5% gain in about a week's time. So it wasn't a bad play, but nonetheless, that's what we are dealing with right now. BAC could be an intraday play today. We'll keep a lookout for it once it opens up. Another bank stock in the news today is PNC. PNC Financial. What you're going to see here is that the stock is trading right now at $92.70. Really very, very little volume going off right now. A level, though, that I do like for PNC today, if it gets down to $90.25. Gets down there, you can scalp that to the long side. Keep that on the radar. By the way, you may want to come over, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. Yesterday we had a blockbuster day in the chat room. Tons of trades. We had a Zillow trade. Some traders got $3, $4, $5 out of the Zillow play yesterday, just in minutes. So if you want to come over, take a 7-day free trial. Check it out for yourself. You have nothing to lose. Don't do anything. Just observe and come on over, and you may want to become a member. Again, we offer a 7-day free trial to our intraday stock chat. Come on over. You'll see everything that we're doing there. Just a blockbuster day yesterday. And again, 2015 has absolutely been on fire. We get volatility. We get motion. We get up and down movement. We get lots of trades. That's the bottom line. All right, let's take a look here at Delta Airlines. Ticker symbol is DAL. Stock right now is moving up. It was lower earlier, down at 42.70. It's now trading at 43.88. It closed at 43.08. So Delta's holding up pretty nicely this morning. There's going to be a lot of resistance levels in here. 45 is a big level today if it does get there, and also 46.70 if it gets to that level. So keep both of those on watch as resistance. If the stock does decline and breaks through the lows of the day, expect it to go a lot lower. I'll give out levels in the intraday stock chat once the opening bell rings for that one. Let's take a look at a railroad stock, CSX. This stock is trading at $33.49. Closed yesterday at $33.21, so it's still positive, but it has faded quite a bit. The only level that interests me for this stock is around $31.50. So be careful with CSX. Yesterday we had NSC go down. A lot of traders played UNP, Union Pacific, yesterday for a big winner. That was given out in the morning video as well here. But we're going to watch CSX. If it does fall down to $31.48. If it gets down to $31.48, you can scalp it to the long side. Let's take a look at Linear Technologies. LLTC is the ticker symbol. I believe they had earnings. Stock right now is trading at around $46.29. Closed at $45.42. Resistance on this one is $47.18. So keep that on the radar. If we break through the lows, let it go down. This can go all the way down to $42. So you want to be careful with this one. Upside resistance, $47.17. If we break through the lows here, This is going to go down to $42. That's where you could look to pick it up as a scalp. All right, let's take a look next at Intel Corp. Everybody knows Intel, world's largest chip maker. Stock right now is trading at $32.45, closed at $31.49. There is some resistance here at $32.45 with the daily chart 50-day moving average, but I'm going to give the stock the upside bias to around $33.30. So give the upside bias to Intel to around $33.30. I'm not sure it's going to soar up there or get right up there, but that's what I've calculated. That's where the momentum should take the stock. We'll see if that does happen. If the stock does break down by some chance through the lows, then you're going to look at $30 even number, okay? So keep that on the radar. That's what we're looking at today, and we'll see if it gets there. Again, we'll be watching all of these equities. Once the opening bell rings, we'll guide you right through them. Let's take a look at Precision Castparts, PCP. This is coming down a little bit. It's trading at 207 at the moment, closed at 215.97. There's not a lot of volume here, so we're going to have to watch this one a little bit later. But I've worked out some levels. I'll give those out later in the chat room if need be. Again, this is all over the map. It looks like there was a fair amount of support around the 205 level. That's a daily chart double bottom. If you go back to, I believe, right around the 13th of March. So that has held. Again, under pressure. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to go right away, but I do have levels worked out. We will probably look to play this at some point today. Let's take a look at Alcatel-Lucent. ALU is the ticker symbol here. Stock has been off to the races, but today it's coming back down to earth. Looks like the deal is finalized with Nokia. Stock closed at $4.93 yesterday, $4.93. Today it is trading at $4.18. That's a pretty big haircut. If you own it, basically, if you didn't take your profits yesterday, you may want to lock them in today or just trail your stop loss. There's not much I would do with it one way or the other. I want to take a look at Nokia real quick, which is the acquiring company. That's trading at around $8. I guess it's holding up pretty well. It does have a lot of support around $7.50 if it does trade down there. So keep that on your radar today. Let's take a look at the next one here on our list, which is Mobileye, MBLY. Stock is gapping up nicely today, trading at $44.15. Stock looks fairly strong on the chart. So, again, you got to get through that $45 level. If that happens, stock should trade up to $47 and then ultimately $49. But Mobileye is holding up pretty well at the moment. Let's take a look at Smith & Wesson, SWHC. This stock has, I believe, raised their Q4 guidance or some guidance for whatever quarter. But either way, stock is moving nicely higher. It only has upside to around $14.40. So again, don't look for this to get much above the $14.40 level. That's all I'm seeing for today. But that's a great move. Let's take a look at its counterpart here, Ruger, competitor. And that stock's gapping up too, even though there's no volume here. $50.60. Ruger could have more upside to go. I like the pattern on the Ruger chart. It's telling me that ultimately the stock wants to go to 53 and then 55. So Ruger could be a play here. We'll look at this once the opening bell rings today. All right, let's switch our attention now to light sweet crude, which is trading at up 73 cents to $54.02 a barrel. So crude is above the $54 level. Good little move as of late. I really don't see much upside here, but nonetheless, it is catching a decent little bid, and we'll respect it at the moment. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of upside here for crude, so you want to be a little bit careful. If you take a look at the USO this morning, what you'll see here is that the USO, which is a good way to trade light sweet crude, is trading at 1906. Pretty good little move. I have upside maximum 1927. Looking at the gold market today, gold futures are trading down about 90 cents. GLD this morning is trading at 114.37. So again, I'm not seeing anything great or tragic for gold. It's kind of in that in-between spot. Mario Draghi, the ECB president, is speaking at the moment. That could have some effect on gold today, so we'll keep that on the radar. But I'm not seeing anything really that great or that bad. It's kind of more neutral than anything else. Once again, come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the InTheMoneyStocks intraday stock chat room. You'll see everything that we're doing. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. Have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.